everybody, welcome back to Rachel and Bella Crafts. Rachel here, I hope you're all well. So today I am doing an extra video for you. This is just to show you how to print multiples. So I know a couple of us have been talking about in our videos about printing multiple size images and how to take digis and how to get them off in different sizes and shapes and things. Well, not shapes, but definitely different sizes. So I'm going to show you just a couple of quick techniques. So first and foremost, the most important thing about this, you need to be doing this on a Windows laptop because that's what this tutorial is for. I'm not using a MacBook, I'm using just a standard laptop with Windows 11 on. You can do this on Windows 10, you can do this on Windows, whatever came before that too. But the options may be in a slightly different place. Quiet, Alexa. So what you need to do is do not click and open the image. So if you've got this view, you've gone too far, okay? So you don't want to be clicking and opening the image right up like this because you won't have the same options, because when you click print from here, this is what you're probably all used to seeing. You then get this view here, don't you? Okay, well, this tutorial won't do this option this way by utilizing this way to print. So come back out of that and shut that down. You need to be in this menu here. So this is the folder that your kit download will be in. So I like to think that you've kept all of your kits tidy in a folder. If not, put them in folders because it's much easier to work with them when they're in folders. So this is just a standard folder. I keep it on my desktop. I label it. Obviously, mine is called Make It because it's the Make It. So for example, now let's pick up a couple of files. Let's work on, first of all, how we pick up files. So I'm going to just change your view a minute and bring you down to my keyboard. For those of you that may not know, there are two keys you're going to need to use here. There's the control button, which is this one here. It says CTRL, that's control. And then there's the shift button, and that's the one with the arrow on. So you need to use these two buttons here, okay? When I say in a minute, press the shift or press the control, that's what I'm referring to there, okay? So I'm just going to move you guys back to the screen, and then I will show you how we do this. I am sorry, I'm not doing this on a screen record option. My son is going to give me a little tutorial on that on the weekend when I get back, but at the moment I don't know how to do that, so I have to do it this way. Right, okay, first and foremost then, click on the first file that you want to print. So for this option, let's do 4 to a page, for example. So I'm going to show you now how you can take your journal pages and make them into index cards or journal cards. So we're going to select 4 files. Now, if you want to individually select maybe page 1, page 3, page 5, page 7, what you need to do is you press on the first one, then you hold your finger on the control button on your keyboard that I just showed you, and then you press and keep your finger on it for this whole time. Then you press number 3, then you move your mouse and press number 5, and then you move your mouse and press number 7. Now you can let go of control. So you can see now we've highlighted all 4 of these options, okay? Now, placing your mouse, your cursor, over one of the files, you're now going to right click. So using your mouse, you're not going to use the left click button, you're going to use the right click button, and then you will have a menu open up. Now, if you've got Windows 11, your menu will look like this because they've updated the menu. It took me a week to find out where my print button had gone. But if you've got Windows 10 or XP, yours will open up straight away to this one. So if you've got Windows 11, you need to press this button here, show more options. And then it will take you to the old menu, which is what most of you will probably come up if you don't have Windows 11. And there is an option there for print. So click on print. Just double check you've still got these 4 images here highlighted in blue, okay? Click on print. And this is the screen that we're talking about, okay? This is the option. So you won't have seen these options if you're opening the image fully and going through print via your image viewer, all right? Down the right-hand side of the screen, you will have full page photo, half page. So there we are, straight away you've got 2 now. You just click on them, look, and it reduces them down together. Then you come further down and you will have 4 to a page. So if you do that, obviously double check then in your printer properties. So we're down to options, printer properties, decide as well whether or not you want things printed back to back. I'm only printing one set here, so I don't want anything on the back. So I'm going to take that off for a second. So I know now all of these are going to be printed on the one side, and I'm going to just click print. Oh, hang on, it would help if I plug my printer in, wouldn't it? Silly Billy. My Wi-Fi's playing up. Right, here we are. Go over to print. Right, so we'll click on print and hopefully that will come across to my printer in a moment and we'll print that off. Okay, while that's printing, let's move on to the next one. So let's try now selecting consecutive files. So to unhighlight them, just click on one, okay, and then you can just move them around. So say now we want to print on 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, and we're going to do all of them and they're all next to each other. So what you do here is you press on the first file, put your finger on the shift button, which is the little arrow that I showed you, hold that down and click on number 8, and then it will auto select all of those that are together. This only works if the files are next to each other, okay? And then you're going to again click right click, show more options and print. And again, this will take us back to this page. So there's all of your 8 pages you've selected. So this is just a quick way if you want to do your printing. And if you want them in full size, you just click print. However, we're going to do 4 pages to a page. And that now shows you that you'll have 2 pages and it'll show you that the order that they'll come off in. Okay, so that's another option. However, what we could have done there is, let's do that again, go back there, press shift. If I select 9, you'll see now that there is another option on here, excuse me, to print 9, and they are called wallet photographs. So these are like the little photos that you get to go in your wallet, all right? So now, this has now selected them and it's put them in and they're all on the one page, look. So let me just click print on that for you. That'll go over to my printer. Okay, so let me just have a look at the last one. So these now are the 4x4. So there you go. We've now just reduced our journal pages to journal size cards. You can make journal cards with those now. You can pop that back in then if you want to and just print a back in page on there and you've got yourself a nice set of journal cards. So that's the one option there. Right, now what if you want, Bella just called in, she just asked me a really good question. She said, what if I want to make something really small, but I only want to use one file? So she was trying to print out, do you remember this freebie from last weekend? She was trying to print out lots of these so that they were, you know, miniature size, so she could use them like little labels. So again, let's get off that view. We're going to go over now to show more options. We've just highlighted the one file for now, into print. Now, instead, this time of just going to here, we now need to make more. So first of all, let's decide, are we going to do 4 to a page? Is that the size that you want them to be? Or do you want them to be that small? Ooh, game changer. That's really tiny labels. They are cute. So now if you want that, you click the wallet option, but it's telling you you need 9 images for that layout to work. So what you simply do is you increase the amount of copies of that image to 9. Pause. Voila. Look at that. I hope you can see that, guys. I hope the camera's nice and close. So you've now got 9 of the same image. Okay, so again, I'm going to just print that one out for you so you can see that one. I hope my printer's not being too noisy in the background. Right, so this now is the completed, this is the one we did just now. So this is the wallet size now. This is printing them off. So now we've got nice little ephemera cards to go into our pockets. So you see how just having the journal pages of a kit, you yourselves, just by using your print options, can do heaps and heaps and heaps of things with them. Okay? Oh my goodness, I just spotted a spelling error there on one of my files. Oh, terrible. Look how I've spelled vertical. That's appalling. There we go. That's better. Vertical. Right, okay, so that was the next one. Oh, let me just show you how they've come out now. So there we go. Look how cute they are. And they're not too tiny at all. They look small on the screen, but they're not too tiny. They are lush. So now you've got all those little, now I've got all those little flashcards. I can use them now for labels and all sorts of things. Right, there was one other thing as well. Oh yes, that was the other thing I was going to show you now, how to get off the really tiny ones. So, little tip for this now. In this folder, now I've made a folder on my desktop and you'll see I've named the folder Pages to Print, because why not? It's nice and simple. And that folder is now just sat on the desktop of my computer. When I say desktop, I'm of course referring to this here, okay, this background, which I'm not going to put on show because mine's a mess. I've got time to tidy the desktop. I've got time to tidy my desk. Am I in the desktop? Anyway, so what I have done is I have gone and copied and pasted from my other journal kit folder. So for example, the May kit. I've gone into this folder here. I have selected with my shift button, because that's a quick way to do it, the 10 images, and I have pressed Control C to copy. Okay, hold Control down and press C, right? And then I've gone into this folder here and I've pressed Control V, which is paste, and I've pasted them into this folder. So I have now got, and it'll tell me at the bottom of my folder, if you look down here at the bottom of the screen, I have now got 38 items in this folder. Can you see where I'm going with this? So 38 items is the maximum amount that you can print on one sheet of paper. And that's what will give you those really tiny little label size things to play with, all right? So what I've done is I've picked out some of my favourite pages now that I want to work with. You're getting a sneaky peek here now at next month's kit, because I've dropped some of those in here as well. So I don't know if you can spot which of those you haven't yet seen. But I have dropped in 38 of my favourite pages that we've used recently, because I think these will make lovely little ephemera cluster images. I am now going to highlight the whole file, because I know there's 38 items in there and I know I want them all. So I'm going to go to the first one and then I'm going to go to the last one, hold shift. There we are, they're all highlighted now. And then I'm going to right click on one of them, show more options, into print. Now it's telling me there, again, just double check, you've got 38 pages selected, and now we're going to scroll right to the bottom. Oh, look at me being all organized. It's not 38, it's 35. Right, okay, so I need to change that a second because I don't want to print 2 pages. Bear with, let me just remove 1, 2, 3, delete. Sorry, they're copies. Right, I do apologise. Ignore the first 10 minutes what I just said. No, I'm joking. Right, 35 images, sorry, not 38. 35 is the maximum that we can print. So again, we're going to highlight all of those. We're going to go down here. We're going to go to print. See, I made lots of mistakes too. 35 and then down to 35 on the contact sheet here. Do you see that down the bottom there? So this is the menu I'm scrolling up and down. Sorry. When I'm doing it with my mouse, I should do it with my finger really. And then click on contact sheet. And then you'll see it's now reduced them down to super, super mini size little images. So if we press print now, they're going to come off and I'm going to have lots of fun little images now that I can make ephemera with. Oh my gosh, I've got some lovely fussy cutting to do now in the van on the way up today. Brilliant. So I think that that's everything that I've previously mentioned. I think that's everything that you need to know. I hope that that covers everything for you. If there's anything you're still not sure about, please just pop it into the comments down below. And if I've missed anything, I will try and add it into another video later on. And just for you to see, these are the beautiful little mini images. And you can see now, look how they've all come off on one page. And I can just simply, well, in fact, it's not even a case of fussy cutting. You can cut these on the guillotine because they're all dead straight. So you can just put these through your paper cutter and you've got yourself loads of little images then to use for your clusters. So there you go, guys. That's how you can take just one kit and use it in lots of different ways to achieve different results and create different effects. So I hope that was helpful. Like I say, any more questions, don't be afraid to drop them in the comments. Other than that, have a great day and I will see you all tomorrow. Bye now.